Pleasure.
He does.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in here. As you hear in the background, we are live. We're side by side with the one and only Louder and Crowder team. I know it says on Stream Elements that I'm debuting the Division Thursday, but that'll happen later on. I just got to keep up with space-wise. But we're going to be breaking down the legendary ceasefire that could end up being World
Euphigenia
Peace
Doubtfire, dear.
with
I specialize in the education and
entire
entertainment of
world.
entertainment of entertainment
Maybe.
of entertainment of entertainment of
So,
entertainment of entertainment of
we're going to give some facts. We're going to give some data. We're going to give things that liberals and Democrats don't know how to do, and that's the truth. So please subscribe, like, gift, wherever you're at. Join in on the channel. As the clock ticks down here, what do you think
I
about
know
the
you're
ceasefire
used to
that was
Lucy,
declared?
but I run.
Let me go in the background.
I know you're used to Lucy. Such a shun. Such a shun. I know
You
you're
think
used
Iran
to
has an
Lucy,
alternative
but
voter?
I run. Surprise. Hip hop, bebop.
You think what everybody's saying, they're stonewalling. Oh, hold on. Okay. I mean, Kuwait deals with ballistics, at least 42 drones in the last 24 hours. And that's Beirut.
Doesn't mean that they don't love you.
It's Rumble, come on. I'll say it.
Should've never had a birthday, Dad. Should've never had a birthday, Dad. Should've never had a birthday, Dad.
I know you're used to Lucy, but I run Hagersfield. I'm in charge, Hagersfield. I know.
Hey everybody, if you want to hear the unfiltered, unapologetic podcast, come on over to the audio version, and you're going to hear how we really feel about it. I know we're on Rumble, Twitch, Kick, Instagram, Facebook, Locals, YouTube, and pretty much everywhere out there right now. So join in, let's have some fun. 30 minutes left. We all know exactly what the Crowder team's going to go for. You did miss yesterday's. Your buddy was on yesterday. Yeah. One that you almost made your piss your pants laughing. He started going off.
Doesn't mean that they don't love you. When I'm in charge.
Here we go. There's a Cosby Wave. Flashback.
I don't know why you like it so much. It's not even real news. Damn it, Josephine, I already done told you it's a combination of relevant news and topics of the day in a package that I find entertaining and palatable to assimilate. At reasonable price, and it helps me unwind. So this is you relax, huh? Well, I was until you got on my back, Josephine. Now, if you shut that ever-expanding cosmos of a hole you call a mouth, I could get back to it. No, it's fake news. Nope. Fake news is every time you tell folks you got a thyroid problem. Now, I know you're only trying to make me mad, Josephine. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work! Fake news. Nope. I don't know that you can find a strong woman. No, it's fake. Damn it, Josephine! Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta push me? You know it sets me off. Does this make you feel good about yourself? Does it make you feel good about yourself to push my buttons? Relax, I was just joking. I already done told you, Josephine, it's not funny. These guys are legit. All right. You want to go to the Golden Corral? I wouldn't go to Golden Corral if you were the last woman on earth and my life depended on it. Not after that last time you went, you're looking at a fucking wanted poster you up on their wall.
Click Rumble Premium and join now for $99 annually or $9.99 a month to get the entirely ad-free experience and an ever-expanding roster of content, creators, and free speech.
That was a good joke. Stay tuned, everybody. Crowder is actually coming to Pennsylvania, University of Pennsylvania. Okay. Here, come on.
Welcome to the show. Good morning. Thank you for being here with us. This is obviously, it's still his sign. He's going to be back in the chair tomorrow. We forced Stephen to be out of the office today. It's for his health, and we will talk more about things for your health here in just a minute, a little bit of foreshadowing. But first, here's a rundown. We are talking about a new 40th birthday trend for women. It's going to be as cringy as you think, but we are going to spend plenty of time talking about Iran, the new deal that we have with Iran from last night. Hey, the world didn't end. Fantastic. And also the left's reaction to the ceasefire, which you would think would be super positive considering the fact that they were saying nukes were probably about to start flying. And finally, some other stuff that's been going on while Iran has been consuming all of the oxygen in the room. A trip to China that has kind of flown under the radar a little bit. We have some experts in the room to tell you a little bit more about that. And that brings me to Mr. Lane the Brain. Thank you for sitting in my seat and keeping it warm. How's it feel?
I don't think many would refer to me as an expert. Maybe
I think so.
Dumbass, but expert, I'm not sure.
I don't think you're giving yourself enough
call
credit.
Me that all the time.
Most days, but that's
fair,
just to keep you on your toes. I don't want you getting a big head.
Nick never calls me.
Much like our next man in the chair here, Nick DiPaolo. How are you, sir?
Oh, this is excellent. I flew all this way so I could get Ed McMahon instead of Carson, but I'm very good. Lane the Brain.
You're stuck with me.
I know. You know I love you. Lane the Brain looks like either a German athlete, like a bobsled guy or a porn star.
Bobsled guy?
Yeah, look.
What about both?
Handsome German guy.
Yeah, but you picked like the dumbest sport. How
bobsledding is dumb? Let me tell you something.
How practical is it? When's the last time you got in a bobsled to evade?
I feel like I'm arguing with my wife.
Yeah.
How practical? What does that got to do with sports?
A pole vaulter. I don't know. A sprinter. A wrestler. There's all kinds of cool things you can say. And you're like, bobsled team.
Well, Milan's still in my head. But the Olympics, Winter Olympics was just, a month ago.
That's
and they
right,
were tremendous. I know you were busy at church or some silly thing, but
I was busy caring about non-gay things.
That's the luge you're thinking of. They're the ones that dress up in tights.
That's true.
Lay down, wait for somebody to sit on.
Oh, that's right. Bobsled is the one where there's two guys that sit on top of each other to go down. That's
they're like sometimes it's four. It's like that human caterpillar thing.
Climb up that butt.
Oh my God, what did that come?
Well, I promise we will get to Iran and our thoughts about that. But it's a comedy show. You knew what you signed up for when you.
Can I say one more thing?
Well, I was going to say one more thing really quickly. You're back on the road. I was telling you right before the show. I'm very happy about that because it causes you pain, and I like it when that happens. May 7th in Atlanta, Georgia at Punchline Comedy Club. May 8th, Pottstown, PA, Soul Joel's Comedy Club. And May 9th in Philadelphia, Rivers Casino, Philadelphia. Make sure you go out and see this man because it could be his last series of performances. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm like Barbra Streisand. I'm doing my fourth
farewell
tour. I'm doing 11 people at a time.
You're doing it until you get it right.
I'm going to. That's why I've been doing it 38 years. I don't think it's going to happen.
Man, where do they go to get tickets for these things? Can they go to the website?
Go to nickdip.com and
do it now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Do it now.
Nickdip.
Those are good places. Although I haven't been to this casino. That ought to be fun.
How about this? The Strait of Hormuz stays closed until you go to nickdip.com. So it's a point that's been added to it. So question of the day. This will make sense in a minute. I wouldn't normally ask this on a serious day. We're talking about Iran, but there's two questions. First one is, what is an unusual thing that you do to stay healthy? Think about the most unusual thing that you do to preserve your health. I told you. What did I say?
That's luge.
Tell me that was not a homosexual man going, how can I make this a sport?
He does. The one on the bottom does look in pleasure.
He does. And
The guy at top's going, is it in?
also, how is that practical? There's no practical need for that.
First of all, you said that about bobsledding, which is practical.
All of it,
Sometimes you got to
fine.
get away from the wife.
I do lump it all together. I apologize.
Someone give me a practical reason so I could admonish Gerald.
Yes, please help me find a non-homosexual practical reason that exists.
I mean, it's they're going like 60 miles an hour.
60.
Okay,
How
cool.
about
That's
80?
fantastic. Yeah, 69 miles an hour. I don't care. It's
Oh
still
my God.
homosexual.
Hey, watch your
It's
tongue.
homosexual.
Sounds like you're not really confident in your own sexuality.
Yeah.
I am. I'm married with scores of children, so
You know,
it's all
I was just
fantastic.
saying,
All right, so
Lane,
here's-
Lane should be on TV or
he's bobsledding.
no.
Here's the real
No,
question
slapping
of the
a Jew.
day. Here's the real question of the day. I think what he said was anti-Semitic. I don't know.
No, I'm pro-Israel and pro-Jew. Go ahead.
Gotcha. What do you think about this Iran deal? That's the real question that I want to make sure is on our minds after we get past the healthy thing, because I think there are a lot of different opinions out there, and we will dive into that and what people should probably be saying as a general rule of, are you happy or are you not? Are you hopeful or are you not? A lot of people that are very silent about this. Okay, let's dive into this because this won't be. All right, we're just going to do this. There's no good way to say this, but the group F Cancer is urging men to do something to prevent prostate cancer. And before I run this, children should not be listening or near any of this because of the suggestive, though scientifically proven healthy content.
Let's go for the dick joke.
Stroking the pipe.
I'm sorry.
Are these like metaphors?
No.
Gerald, didn't you pick this video?
I did not.
These are jokes you see at open mic night.
Yes, pretty much.
Sounds like Red Peters.
So awkward.
They found this on Bin Laden's computer.
Yeah. Now we know why.
Yeah, Khomeini's son.
Oh,
that one bothers me.
That's a little
Yeah, I
bit
don't
weird.
like that
Yeah.
That's weird too.
This all makes sense in a minute, I promise.
punching the clown.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I hate the artwork.
Listen, here's the lesson.
Men who ejaculate 21 or more times a month may enjoy a significantly reduced risk of prostate cancer. Take prevention into your own hand and then put it in your doctor's.
So I gotta have like a negative 50%.
That's a rookie number.
There's a bunch of guys out there right now that are like, I am so healthy right now. I cannot stress to you what I found out today on the show. Healthy. They stress that masturbation 21 times a month is not a substitute, by the way, for
It's a bad
healthy
month for
prostate
me.
screenings. What?
It's a bad month for me. 21. What am I playing injured?
I didn't pick this, and I felt like
Beautiful.
This is real. Like, I feel like there are other ways to achieve this, more fun ways. Honey, I'm coming home tonight. Men who,
Why'd you
just
say
as
it like
according
that?
to Harvard, my wife, it's a joke,
Oh,
silly.
your wife.
Men who ejaculate 21 times a month have a 31% lower risk of prostate cancer versus men who only, 4 to 7 times per month.
Yes.
And as awkward as all of that is, it's important to talk about men's health. Just make sure. I get so nervous with stuff like this because it's so.
That's why we're all quiet.
I know. Thanks a lot. Every single one of you guys
It
is
is.
like, let's let Gerald
so
struggle
glad you're
through
hosting.
this. No laughter at all. It's like you guys get together before the show. But listen, we do want to pass on helpful, useful information before we talk about not the the end of the world, and make sure that you guys all stay healthy. But let me just say
For
this.
the end of the world.
I mean, you don't have to get all 21 in right before the end of the world. I don't think it
Would
works
you like
that
to
way.
have radiation poisoning and and prostate cancer.
Listen, they dropped leaflets in Iran just in case your civilization is wiped out. Make sure your prostate's healthy before you go. But listen,
Yeah.
this is a serious note. You shouldn't be doing this at your workplace. Hey, Josh?
Yeah?
What are you doing in there, man? You've been in for like 20 minutes.
I'm just slapping my salami, Gerald. What do you think?
Josh, you're going to need to come see me in my office, okay?
Will do, boss.
Wash your hands first. Promise, wash your hands.
All right.
Gosh.
Do you always do that? Bang your cold cuts before you bite them?
I think I'm more offended that he's eating in the bathroom. It's a very unsanitary place to consume
I am
food.
too.
I may have eaten a piece of that salami.
Did you really?
I said I may have. You'll have to decide.
Allegedly.
Okay. Now that we've got that out of our systems, whatever. They had to throw that in.
That bathroom has a glory hole.
Technically, it does. And we had, what's his name?
Yes, Brian
face in
Not
the hole.
anymore.
No.
It was just a piece.
We're replaced.
Enton's in there now.
Enton's in there?
Watching you saying, look at this. You didn't notice?
Wow. No, can somebody please get a picture of that?
Yeah,
Does
take
it
a
have like
picture
an
of
I
me
did
on
that kind of thing to it? Like, is it like a...
No, he's like
That's the CNN guy.
underhanded pointing towards where you would be aiming.
Somebody get a picture of that to us at some point.
Look at
Doesn't happen right now. Look at this. You did a fantastic job. Look at the poop you made. That's fantastic. So many things that would be clipped out of context. But let's get to the next story. So we have seen a trend of women over the years, but this has been going back for 10, 15, 20 years at least right now, where they're claiming that they don't want to marry or actually even need a man at all.
It took me a long time, but I'm very happy. I call it being self-partnered.
I am just so much happier being single. I'm going to be real with you guys. I feel so much less stressed. I get up every day. I don't need to check in with anybody. I just go out there in the world and I live my life.
The stress
I have
comes
not gone on a
later.
date in 6 months. I don't talk to any guys. They'll text me. I quite literally don't answer.
Wow.
I feel just genuinely more at peace.
This is wrong on 9 levels.
As I turned 30, I am so thankful that I have not got into this mentality that I need a man. I need to be rescued by Prince Charming who has to come up into my castle and kiss
She's
me.
got a
and wake
ring
me
on.
up
I think she
so that
drives a
my life
Subaru.
can begin. I'm very thankful to be going into my 30s
Yeah.
single. I think that is such a flex.
As someone who got married at 26,
I mean, would
been
though.
separated for a little over a year, 32, I have to tell you, I don't think there's anything better. If being in your 20s is the trenches, there is nothing better than being in your 30s, still being hot, maybe having a little bit of your own money, figuring out what you want to
How'd
do
you
with
get
your
that?
life, everything.
Yeah.
And having tried that married fantasy and realizing that it's maybe not all it's cracked up to be. And then you've got your whole life still ahead of you.
Well, listen, I think there are a lot of reasons why she can say that. She's been separated. I don't know if she came for money, made her own money.
She's like
or...
one of the most successful models of all time.
There you
Yeah,
go. So
talk
you
to
make
me when
own
your
money.
tits are banging off your feet in about 10 years. You'll be blowing guys behind a McDonald's for $1, okay?
Yeah,
Please.
exactly. So, no, one of the most successful models, fantastic. She's made
She's
a
preaching
whole
to
bunch of
women
cash.
that are not that.
Yeah, exactly.
So she's preaching to a bunch of women who won't really be able to live that lifestyle. But we've now reached new territory with something truly weird. I don't know. You tell me what you think, but wedding themed birthdays. So the New York Times highlights this new trend, writing, for some single women, the milestone 40th birthday is more. He did something to me, didn't he? Is more than a party. Instead of waiting for a partner to justify a celebration, women are using the moment as a declaration of empowerment and self-love. We talked about that a minute ago. Complete with wedding attire, a curated guest list of their closest friends and family, and the joy and excitement of a wedding. That last part, the joy and excitement of a wedding, can only really come from the wedding. There's no way to mimic that. The joining of two people together to start a new life together at a birthday party. You think dressing up and doing like a little play thing is going to give you that? I really don't think so. But to prove us all wrong, they did profile two women in their article. Brittany Allen, spelled Allyn, who's an influencer. I know that there's common different spellings. Every time I see them, I want to
see you.
See me?
No, go ahead. Spelling a word. Go ahead.
And this is the self-described modern day Carrie Bradshaw, by the way. And yeah, if she keeps this up, she's going to actually end up looking like a modern day Terry Bradshaw, or being with one and producing that.
What? Oh, that is Terry.
Pull it back up.
Oh my God! I thought it was a whole mock-up thing, and then I saw Terry on the.
Hey, she'll look the same. The kids are going to look like Terry Bradshaw. He still got it, guys.
The little girl's going through chemo, apparently.
A little bit. So in case you think that we're making this up or blowing it up into something that it really isn't, Alan posted footage of her party on her Instagram account.
Pretty sad.
Who's the guy?
I'll tell you, I get so much to say. I could do the next hour on this. There's
Don't
such
hold
hatred
back.
bubbling. Well, if I said something, you're going to
Well,
say,
hold on.
"Shut up."
There's a little bit of holding back. I mean, hold back a little.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to,
No, I'm not. The whole, I've been saying this forever, and it's a brilliant point. Somebody should have picked up on. The feminist movement, you know what it is? It's the worst case of penis envy ever. That's all this is. Oh, really? You want to be independent, be able to bang a bunch of guys or not have to check in? That's men behavior. It always has been.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you'll probably disagree with me.
I don't disagree with that.
No, on this one. Marriage isn't for men, and having kids isn't for men. Who's with me? Are you kidding me? I just, that whole thing about the birth, that was just celebrating that this is all under the guise of hating men. They're doing it, they're making it look like a celebratory.
Yeah, they're really getting back at men. I'm going to bang you without any commitment. I'm sure the guy's like, no.
Oh, no.
Shoot.
No, that's exactly
I don't know how
Where were they when I was growing up?
I don't know how we've jujitsu'd women into doing exactly what most men want. Now, that's not a good thing that guys want that or that women do that. I'm just saying.
Why not?
It's like, you're like, oh, you're going to do exactly. Fantastic. Where do most men sign up? We need to change that, but we also need to change this idea that you can just celebrate your way out of being single. Or listen, I think this is really, really detrimental to society, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but I don't want women to believe that. I don't want women to think, oh, look at that party. That's fantastic. That's a social media influencer. You know what she's done? She has traded her connection to a guy, a family, getting that affirmation.
It's all hatred.
For an audience giving her the exact same thing. She's chasing the exact same thing, except she'll never get it in a real way from an audience. We love the people that watch our show. We love interacting with you guys, but that's not like us having a wife and kids and a family. There's a huge difference between.
That's why I perform live. You get it.
Yeah.
I mean, you
actually get to the interaction from the audience. You get to feel that, but that's not the same thing as having a relationship.
That's not what I'm talking about at all, but
yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to help you sound more reasonable, Nick. But her social media page is also kind of littered with content praising being single.
A story of what life is really like without a husband, especially as you get older. We start
become
by
a
checking
lesbian?
into one of the best hotels in Paris, not on a honeymoon or anniversary trip, just because we could. And
Blowing
instead
money,
of
good.
alimony discussions,
You couldn't do
we're
that with a
discussing
husband?
which
You
suite
dumb
has better
twit.
light for morning espresso. Always perfect at JK Place. We wake up whenever we
fried
please.
voice.
No soccer practice. No what's for breakfast from anyone. Just robes and a room service menu.
Is that
We
her
can lay
mom?
in bed all day. if we
Oh,
want.
being a
We don't
selfish,
wait to be
being a
chosen.
selfish
We
whore.
chose
That's the
suite.
goal.
We
Yes.
chose
Okay.
the
Yes.
second bottle, and
Right.
that feels like winning. Why settle for company that makes you feel like you're missing something when your own company can elevate you enough to build a life so
This is
big,
just
so
pure hatred for
glamorous,
men.
It's
That's
a
all it is.
complete book on its own.
It's
She wandered
celebrating
hidden
yourself.
corners of the world,
Under
lived
the
like a
guise of
queen in
celebrating
places
yourself.
most only
It's
dream
pure
of.
hatred
and
for men.
no, our heroine didn't die because she wasn't married by 40.
No,
This
but-
spinster thrived because she chose herself.
She'll
And
take
that's
her
the
own
fairy
life in
tale
10
no
years.
one teaches you. The one only the brave get to write.
Yeah, that is not true at all. So talk to people who have it all. Talk to people who have everything that they want other than family. Talk to Tom Brady after winning Super Bowls and being married. This is years and years ago, married to a top supermodel, making more money than just about anybody else, being a symbol of success in the United States, having every accolade thrown at you. And he sits down for an interview and says, there's got to be more to life than this. You're telling me that going out and having fine dining, wine, and some trips to places, who are you going to share that memory with? Your 70-something-year-old aunt that you were with on that trip? Are your kids going to go, hey, thanks for coming to my soccer game and helping me realize that I could finally go out there and play hard and get a goal and sing their first goal? Doing something meaningful like that? Perpetuating the species? No. Make sure you enjoy those top hotels in France. I'm sure that's going to be a fantastic life. But despite not being married, Allen was profiled 3 years ago in BuzzFeed for freezing her eggs. Not sure exactly what she's trying to accomplish there if she doesn't care about any of that. But hey, maybe there's more to the story. She is an influencer, by the way. Let's go to Sarah Jacobson, an advertising executive. She commented about her lavish 40th birthday party in Mexico, saying, I wasn't ever thinking of this as a replacement for a wedding. Well, you made the choices that made that possible. I don't know if I even want a wedding. To me, what was so special was that I had all of these people in my favorite place, which is really rare as an adult, and that aspect did feel like a wedding. Well, as somebody who's been to a wedding and been the one that said I do, having all your friends in one place is like a birthday party, okay? It's not like a wedding. Is a much different thing. And after seeing men wear MAGA hats in New York City on Election Day in 2016, she had this to say. This type of thing didn't happen here in New York City. Trump supporters were reserved for backwoods Americana folks. Sure, America hated women, but we weren't about to elect a racist, homophobic asshole of a reality TV star as our next president. The very idea was absurd.
Hold my beer.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, we did it again, too. By the way, just remember, all of this is on the heels of the median age of first marriage for women going from 1950, 20.3 years to now 28.4, so going up about 8 years. And according to Pew Research of high school girls who say they want to marry, in 1993, 83% of them said they want to marry. In 2023, the most recent data, 61% say they want to marry.
Yeah.
Do you think that's good for the country? Do you think more selfish people who are like, I'm just self-partnering. How about, let me just, hold on, I'll say it this way. Do you think women lying to you so that you will go down the same road they went down is a good thing? And I say they're lying because they're not happy. Can people be happy in moments? Of course. Can you be happy when you're by yourself, not filming stuff to put on Instagram? In a lonely time, in a difficult time, when somebody you love passes away that's a family member and you have no one really to lean on, nobody who's that intimately connected to you that you can lean on? Is that really the kind of thing that we want to do? And by the way, it's just to make sure other people go down the same road to justify their own actions, the choices that they have made that led them there. That's a really bad place to be. You want to go out and say, hey, you can be single? Fine. To go out and say that this is the lifestyle, this is how to be happy with nobody to tie me down? No, I'm against that. Completely against that. I don't know if you guys
Well,
like
I
that
love
or not,
this. I love this idea that women are somehow oppressed still in this country. Well, first of all, when were they ever? Oh, when they couldn't vote, maybe? What year was that?
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I mean,
we've
you
got
have
a segment
access,
coming on that.
Yeah. You have access to, we're the most successful country on the planet. So you have access to more men with money. What are you whining about? All we try to do is take you to dinner and to a movie and try to get in your pants. Boy, what a burden. No, I'm saying our whole life.
No, I know.
All we've been doing is kissing. They're in the driver's seat. And if you get married, something you hate so much, if it doesn't work out, you get all the shit.
Yeah.
You get the money, you get everything, because all those laws bend in you. So you're not oppressed in any way in this country.
Yeah.
Go look at, why don't you take a trip to Iran? Now those broads, they're hot.
Yeah. Also a little bit more oppressed. It's terrible. And it's a very, very, very sad situation when those kinds of people are driving the narrative. I wish people like my wife, people like the women that we've had that historically have been looked at as very strong. Like we used to look at mothers and go, wow, how do they manage all of the kids and doing all this stuff? It's a really wonderful thing to see. And now we're looking at boss babes and everything else. And thankfully, I think that trend is changing a little bit. I hope it is. It's not because anybody hates women. It's not because anybody wants to control women. I don't. And I don't want to do either one of those things.
That would be
but
nice.
It's because this just doesn't work.
What I'm going to say, though, and I agree with everything that's been said, is that there has been a disservice done to not only young men, but young women by a lot of people in our sphere on the conservative right that consistently shit on women and call them whores. Well, that's fine, but that's not, I don't care if they are or they aren't. That's not going to change anybody's opinion. You need to extol the virtues of the lifestyle they're not living.
Correct.
Why is that actually detrimental to your long-term satisfaction and happiness and well-being? This is a better option.
Yeah.
I understand why you think that. You've been fed that. But instead we get people going on and bringing on a bunch of OnlyFans models to shit on them and act like they're really doing something. And I just don't think they are. I think most people are really just concerned about getting clicks and not fixing the problem.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're on the same team as them. We're in the same country. We're in the same society. We should, yes, ridicule and make fun of, but offer constructive solutions like I think we do here, which I appreciate.
And that's something that I've had wrong with like the Andrew Tates and Myron Gaines of the world. Like the approach that they take to this has been, in my opinion, very detrimental. They identify the problem, but their solution is horrific.
They like the problem.
I think they do. I to some degree, they like it, and I think they abuse it completely. But listen,
some of it felt refreshing and liberating to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
when they went off the deep end, I agree with you. These guys.
Yeah.
But
when the problem was starting to be pointed out, a lot of
refreshing.
people said, "Yes, that's a problem."
Yeah,
but
because
unfortunately, they went with
people
them.
felt they couldn't speak out about it, and
Correct,
so they
yeah.
spoke out about it, and then, like Nick said, they took it just way off the deep.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, I know that this whole situation is sad, and you're going to love this segue, Nick. You're going to love it.
But one more thing. What did you say?
Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
If you watch TV, and I've been saying this for 30 years, and you know who puts out the stuff in Hollywood, who writes it and stuff,
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Gays.
No, I'm not going to say it. It's so clearly since Charlie's Angels, TV and movies, commercials, every bit of it is about women's empowerment for the last 40 years. Sit with me and watch TV and I'll point it out to you. Some stuff is more subtle than others, but I can't watch another. That's why I haven't been in the movies in forever. I can't watch another commercial for a cop show on a broadcast network where a black woman in an FBI vest kicks in a door with a blonde chick that looks like a supermodel. She's got her gun out. That's all. Count the number of times when you watch commercials, women hitting heavy bags. I've been counting these since 1994. Every commercial has a woman punching. There's a lot of female anger out there, and it's all pointed at you guys. I don't know why. Just keep an eye on that when you're watching TV. I don't care if it's a football game, whatever. That's what you get on my show, by the way.
That's definitely true, by the way. I asked you if you had seen Project Hail Mary, and you said, "Is this a football movie?"
Yeah.
And I immediately knew that this conversation was going no further, that I would have to find a new line to mess with you. But listen, I know that's sad.
Yeah.
But fake weddings are sad, but getting a bad deal on your mortgage is sadder.
Now that you've had an opportunity to think things over, I'm going to give you the opportunity to talk.
Ow! What? What do you want to know? I'm an open book. I'll tell you anything, I swear.
You're going to be an open chest wound if you don't tell me what I want to hear. Spill the beans on how you refinanced for so low.
What? That's all you want to know? That's why you snuck up behind me in the Bennigan's parking lot and hit me over the head?
Well, yeah.
American Financing. That's it. Just go to AmericanFinancing.net/Crowder or call them at 1-800-974-6500. They've helped thousands of Americans across the country.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh.
NMLS 182.
What did you say?
NMLS 1823334. It's just something I have to say.
That sounds like fighting words to me.
No.
Trust the professionals. Whether it's a medical procedure or financing your home, call the pros at American Financing today at 1-800-974-6500 or visit AmericanFinancing.net/Crowder. NMLS 1823334. If you start today, you may even delay up to 2 mortgage payments. Can you say that for yourself if you did it yourself? Probably not.
Told you it was a good segue.
That was the darkest commercial I've ever seen. Holy moly.
Well, Nick, I don't know how you would write a financing commercial, but
I didn't say it was bad. What are you on your period today? What a sensitive.
AmericanFinancing.net. Listen, even if you are a sad influencer who just turned 40 and had a wedding birthday party, you still need a house. Okay? Everybody does. All right, so let's get on to Iran. I know we've taken a little bit of time here. There's a lot of updates, and we're following live right now because obviously when you get to a deal like we have, I think we're 39 days in. Is that right now? So 39 days in from when the war began, we said give it 3 months. Don't panic. 51 days remaining. And then we will check back in and see along the way. Obviously, you can keep track of stuff, but we'll see what's going on right now. But here's what we're going to do. There's a deal kind of on the table right now. We're doing a then versus now with some of the online banter, and then what questions we need to answer before we can really assess whether this was a success. Was this done in America's interest? Just for all those out there who might be pissed off. Are we all clear on what side that I stand on? I just have a functioning brain so that I can also say, hey, sometimes you have goals that align with other people. So just put that aside right now. And recall that just yesterday morning, Trump apparently was on the brink of starting a nuclear World War III.
We are talking about the potential for nuclear war here. That is the language that Donald Trump is using, and we should not pretend that it's not.
Make me a grilled cheese.
Bombing everything in sight. Trump is proposing to escalate to attack
Who the
very
fuck is
people,
that guy?
that he promised help to back in January. And talking about the annihilation of their civilization without any regard for civilian casualties.
We're talking about a madman president threatening war crimes and genocide to get his way.
Not in American history have we seen a president essentially threaten nuclear war. And we have to be clear that the president of the United States has unilateral sole authority to make those decisions.
Hey, I'm glad he at least acknowledged that the president of the United States gets to make that decision.
Yeah, exactly.
Has had that authority.
He himself has threatened nuclear war multiple times.
Oh, really?
My button works to Kim Jong-un. We have used nukes in the past. I mean,
don't make us tell you a third time.
Yeah, I just don't know what he's talking about.
But Biden threatened us.
That's true.
Talked
He did,
right?
Yeah.
It's fair.
With the military and stuff. Nobody said boo.
No.
It's the military. I mean, it's the media. They're a cancer. That's what we have to figure out.
Yeah.
We have to figure that out. The Democrats and this type of crap is always going to survive as long as they have a complicit media. Somebody has to figure that out without bringing guns and knives into it.
By the way, Trump never said anything about launching nukes. Does everybody remember that? Does everybody remember when Trump put that post out and we were like, hey, you probably shouldn't have said civilization ending and God bless the people of Iran. Right. You've been very clear that your problem is with the IRGC. And now I'm sorry?
IRGC.
Did I say CG? No.
Well,
go ahead. I'll wait for it. Listen, when I deserve it, it's fine to admonish.
I wasn't even ready to do it.
Well, you should be. I'm hosting the show.
All right.
You knew they were going to happen. He's been very clear, though, that his problem is not with whatever Lane said. It's with the government of them, not the people themselves.
The mullahs.
Yes.
The maggots.
That's the problem. He's been very clear about that. And so context really does matter, but everybody ran with that. And again, it pissed me off the wording, but you can be pissed off about the wording of this and not run off the deep end. But fast forward, last night, Trump announced on his Truth that a deal had been tentatively struck. So based on conversations with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Field Marshal Asim Munir, I'm sorry for the pronunciations, of Pakistan, and wherein they requested that I hold off the destructive force being sent tonight to Iran. And oh, fudge. I just lost my quote. Come on. That's probably another admonish.
Watch him.
And wherein they requested that I hold off the destructive force being sent tonight to Iran and subject to the Islamic Republic of Iran, agreeing to the complete, immediate, and safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz. I agree to suspend the bombing and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks. This will be a double-sided ceasefire. We received a 10-point proposal from Iran and believe it is a workable basis on which to negotiate. He's he's saying this in a very verbose kind of way that doesn't seem to make as much sense as I would like him to. Almost all of the various points of past contention have been agreed to between the United States and Iran, but a 2-week period will allow the agreement to be finalized and consummated. It's the most important part right here.
Nice. What I do like about that quote yesterday with the civilization, I just like the fact that proved to me that he's writing his own stuff. Nobody.
Yeah, I mean, it's also
goes, hey, back up. I think he's on the toilet at 3 a.m.
It's also kind of terrifying because he's writing his own stuff, Nick.
I love it.
Well, I don't love that particular line.
I'm a big free speech guy, but anyways.
Well, so
I'd rather him be like Mario Nawfal and have an army of chatbots writing his post.
There you go. No, I do like that he's writing it. I just wish that he would have said
I know. I was with you on that yesterday. I agree. Yeah. I mean,
IRGC. See, I've got it messed up in my head now, so I don't want to say it the wrong way. I wish he would have just said that instead of civilization ending.
What happens?
IRGC ending.
What happened to the good old days when joking about bombing a country, nuclear war? It was light humor.
Where was that?
I'll tell you what. Remember Reagan? The bombing starts in 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. he hangs up the phone.
We all laughed
He'll call
and stuff,
back.
and they thought he was nuts. He meant it. You know,
Yeah.
nothing has changed in this country.
I know.
As long as the left maggots are still alive. Go ahead.
Trump added a few hours later on Truth, a big day for world peace. Iran wants it to happen. They've had enough. Likewise, so has everyone else. The United States of America will be helping with the traffic buildup in the Strait of Hormuz. There will be lots of positive action. Big money will be made. Iran can start the reconstruction process. We'll be loading up with supplies of all kinds and just, quote unquote, hanging around in order to make sure that everything goes. Yes, things go well. I feel confident that it will, just like we are experiencing in the United States. This could be the golden age of the Middle East. President Donald J. Trump.
That's way more positive than what he put out yesterday.
A little bit. Like your civilization might
Maybe
actually be
somebody
around.
did get in his ear and go, hey.
And we will hang around for it. And since the announcement, there have been a series of attacks against Israel and the Gulf states by Iran. We just want to be clear that has happened. And if you think this is something that we're not aware of or that we didn't expect, here is Pete Hegseth actually addressing it this morning at a conference.
As far as shooting that, we were monitoring it last night in real time. Of course we are. Iran would be wise to find a way to get the carrier pigeon to their troops out in remote locations to know not to shoot any longer one-way attacks or missiles, because it takes time sometimes for ceasefires to take hold. We're watching it. We're prepared if necessary, but we hope and believe that it'll hold.
Hope and believe that it'll hold. Lane, so this is typical, right?
A good time to, yes, it's typical. You see a lot of in the first few hours of a ceasefire, especially when the command structure in Iran is so
correct.
It's so decentralized. And then you also see Israel trying to get in a few pot shots at the end. But I think it's a good time to bring up what just broke. According to the Fars news agency, which is an Iranian state media, that the Iranians have stopped traffic through the Strait of Hormuz because of Israel's continued attacks on Lebanon. And there's no secret Israel is doing that, even though that's one of the conditions that's been talked about. And the Iranians also said, according to another one of their state-run media outlets, that if Israel continues their barrage on Lebanon, then they will pull out of the peace negotiations with the United States. So this might be a time for Trump to pull, they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah,
quote,
this is.
Because if he wants to show that he's not being pulled around by the tail by Bibi and the Israelis, he needs to make that very clear right now.
Yeah.
Do we know that the Israeli strikes on Lebanon aren't retaliatory in nature?
No, they're not. They said they weren't going to stop.
Yeah.
The Israelis made it very clear they weren't going to stop.
Oh.
Yeah. So this definitely does. So this plays right into the hand of a lot of people who have been critical of this administration, saying that we've been led into this war by the nose by Israel, and we're doing it just for Israel. This is a moment. And I pray that President Trump hears this from people who are not out here screaming at you for every single thing that you do. This is one of those moments where you tell them to knock it off. They are not in charge. Israel does not run this thing. If they want anything that we do that happens to align with what they want, I'm not saying that sometimes they don't give us some information that we feel like, yes, this works for us, it's working for you as well. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I get it. I don't go so far as to think that they have been the only reason that we've gotten into any war in the Middle East ever. I don't think that's reasonable. But right now is one of those moments where you say, hey, knock it off. Know your place. You want peace in this region? I think that's what you're trying to do. That's what you say you're trying to get to. Fantastic. We have an opportunity to do it. You haven't ever been able to secure it yourself. You never will be. I hate to tell you that. That's the truth. That's the kind of moment President Trump has right now to go out and really put a lot of his critics to bed. But he also has a chance to confirm everything they've suspected. Be very careful what you do next, because a peace deal like this is fragile. It's a 2-week deal. There were a number of points that they talked about. There was a 10-point plan, and it did include, and we kind of highlighted some of the bigger things.
A lot of speculation.
There has a lot of fake news, a lot of speculation, a lot of other stuff about this.
So take everything here with a slight grain of salt.
A little bit.
This is the best knowledge that we have currently.
Kosher salt.
Fantastic. Thank you for that.
Nice juju. Come on, folks.
Number one, the United States must fundamentally commit to guaranteeing non-aggression. Number two, continuation of Iran's control over the Strait of Hormuz. A lot of people are upset about that one. Number three, acceptance that Iran can enrich uranium for its nuclear program. And that was not in the English version that was released.
Correct.
You're saying?
In the initial release of this to English journalists, it wasn't included, or English language journalists, it wasn't included. But in the Farsi release for Iranian consumption, this point was included initially.
Gotcha. Okay, number 4, removal of all primary sanctions on Iran. Skipping to number 9, withdrawal of U.S. combat forces from the region. And number 10, ceasefire on all fronts. Here's the one, including Israel's conflict with Hezbollah and Lebanon. So, the conflict that Israel has right now, I think, with Hezbollah is justified. Hezbollah launches rockets at Israel. Fine. For 2 weeks, though, you shut up, you sit down, and you let the adults get this thing done.
Ooh.
Okay? I'm not kidding. Like, I have been completely supportive when it makes rational sense to be so. But in this moment, much like when Donald Trump was pissed off because they kept firing rockets at each other at the end of the 12-day war and had to tell them they don't know what the F they're doing, that's the same kind of moment you have right now. It is a line in the sand kind of moment for Israel. Anybody who is out there just trying to make a reasonable case will have no leg to stand on anymore, because you will have proven the world correct in their suspicions that you are the ones trying to cause conflict in this region. I don't care how many rockets they shot. Shut up, sit down, let us get this done. You want to go attack them at some point later on because they attack you or something like that? Fine, we can have that conversation then. Not today. Period. Done.
I think Bibi will be open to that.
He should be.
I think he will.
He should have been open to that when these terms were announced. That's my problem with this. There's plenty to get frustrated at people with when they do stuff that is actually wrong. Not every time they put a post out and negotiate like a lot of people did. So here's the claim. Trump caved. He caved and accepted all of Iran's 10-point plan. This is from Owen Jones. This is Iran's 10-point plan, which Trump has accepted as a workable basis on which to negotiate. Have no doubt, this is the biggest strategic defeat suffered by the U.S. since its emergence as a superpower.
Vietnam.
I was about to say, Vietnam would like to have a word. The Korean War, roughly not as bad as Vietnam, but I don't think we can say that's a full-on win.
We achieved our initial objective.
We saved it from being completely taken over, that's for sure. And if that was the objective,
we
yes.
expanded the horizon quite quickly when we thought we could, and then Mao Zedong was like, no, here's a million Chinese.
Here's a lot of people.
Shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the truth. No, he did not, you idiots. The 10 points are the forward-facing proposal from the government, and at most, they are a basis for negotiation. And Trump actually addressed this in an exclusive interview that he gave to Sky News last night.
So I said to him, look, how are any of these points that you're talking about in the 10-point plan, how are any of them proposals that America could ever agree to? And he was a bit pointed at this point. He said, you don't know what the points are. I know what they are. And there was no, then he was then again flowing, no opportunity to interrupt. So there was no opportunity for me to say, well, the Iranians have kind of published the points. And he said, this is really intriguing, Martha. He then said, they're very good points, and most of them have been fully negotiated. So he's disputing the Iranian position here. He's suggesting that the negotiations are well developed already, which is a surprise. It's very debatable whether that's true or not. And he said that they're not the maximalist demands that Iran is claiming.
Fine. That makes sense, right? It's not everything that they are claiming. President Trump has said that there are a lot of these deal points that they have gotten to. They've actually come to some agreement on. This is all part of the process of him negotiating. He does a lot of it in public, and it's unsettling because most people don't know how to negotiate. And most people have not done what he's done. In fact, very few people in the world.
He doesn't know how to negotiate.
It seems
Keep him so far away from this.
I know.
My
exactly.
agent. Go ahead.
Yeah. By the way, Dan Bongino just rated. Thank you very much for the raid. We appreciate it. Don't worry, I'll get my words right eventually here. So why should we believe President Trump and not Iran? Monday, Iran explicitly rejected America's 15-point plan, saying Iran firmly refuses any negotiations conducted under the shadow of illegal sanctions, military threats, or coercion. They still use hashtags. That's cute. Hashtag diplomacy requires mutual respect, not pressure, unless that's a typo on our end. And if so, I still don't like them.
It's not. And nothing has changed since that.
Here's the fun part. That sounds, man, let me just make sure. So refuses any negotiations under illegal sanctions, military threats, or coercion. Well, I think aircraft carriers are military threats. I think that qualifies. And now they are negotiating. Do you believe them over the president of the United States? I don't know. Results seem to say that they are coming to the table. So now, this morning, I got another quote here for you, another truth from President Trump. The United States will work closely with Iran, which we have determined has gone through what will be a very productive regime change. Some disagreements there. There will be no enrichment of uranium. That's different than one of their points, obviously. And the United States will, working with Iran, dig up and remove all of the deeply buried B-2 bombers, nuclear dust. I love how he puts that in quotes. Like, hey, don't forget we have those. It is now and has been under very exacting satellite surveillance. Space Force! It's an exclamation point. I had to do it. Nothing has been touched from the date of attack. We are and will be talking tariff and sanctions relief with Iran. I'm fine with that. Many of the 15 points have already been agreed to. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Does that seem reasonable?
So then real quick, the nuclear dust that he's referring to would be the 60% enriched uranium that was buried during the strikes this summer at Isfahan. And when they questioned Pete Hegseth on it today, he said, yeah, he thought we could work with the Iranians to do it, but we reserve the right to go in and get it by any means necessary. So again, a bunch of the stuff that Trump— It's in process. Trump is going to try to sell it as stuff that has already happened. We want to caution. We are not saying we've achieved the deal of the century. A lot of this is still under negotiation. So again, take things with grains of salt, but understand that the negotiations that would never take place Monday are taking place right now.
Right, exactly. And a lot of people said that wouldn't happen. Most of us, if not all of us in this office, I didn't get to poll everybody, that's why I don't know, said, of course, President Trump isn't going to nuke Iran. It doesn't make any sense at all to do that. He's probably going to get to a deal. I doubt that this thing is going to go much further. I mean, we don't like getting close to anything like that. But all of us thought, like, this is how he negotiates. And though I probably wouldn't have done it like that, I don't think he's going to go and do anything crazy.
When does he get the benefit of the doubt?
I guess never.
Especially from the left, obviously. He's either a maniac who wants to nuke the world, or he's chicken shit. He's, because he's going along with it.
He's the mad king. He's somebody that needs to be 25th.
There's no gray area. The left love their gray area. They're big on that. But when it comes to Trump, it's either—
It's not just the left, too. I mean, you're 100% right. Well, what we're going to highlight, too, in just a second is how many people on the right did that. True. Megyn Kelly went off.
The freakouts that they have, like Nick said, after at the point, 6 years of this, 10 to include since his political run.
Yeah.
And it's always— It's such an IQ test every time they respond, and they are not passing.
No, not at all, because in a lot of cases, one issue tends to skew everything. But just wanted to see, like, asking you guys, when do you think the Strait of Hormuz will return to normal? This brings us to our Kalshi check-in. All right. So on Kalshi right now, the odds, and we use these a lot of times because people put money on stuff like this and there's a little bit to lose instead of just an opinion. So before May 1st, 37%. We'll see. Before May 15th, 60%. Before June 1st, 62%. I don't know what they define as return to normal.
I know. Probably tanker traffic. That is what it is standardly.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sure Kalshi will be fair about that. But it's very interesting to look at what the prediction markets have to say about that. And I always love Harry Enton's Kalshi check-in, basically, that they do on CNN. The segment we pull. I know. There it is.
Oh my God, he was watching me.
So
today?
The toilet. So just for clarification, the T's point. Yeah, there you go. Look at this.
Look at this.
All right, so let's do a little bit of then and now reaction over Trump's civilization ending post. And versus after the ceasefire announcement. So Sagar Enjeti, is that correct pronunciation there? There we go. This is his then. I hit it right the first time. The thing about the madman theory is that you're not supposed to be you're not supposed to actually be mad. Here's now. Taco Tuesday it is, pending Iranian approval.
What?
It gets worse. And I'll talk about this in a second. Let me just go through these really quickly. Nick Fuentes. This is then. Sorry, I screwed up your timing there. Trump's threats to destroy Iranian civilization for Israel almost make you forget that 10 years ago, he was elected to build a border wall, repair our infrastructure, and end political corruption. The MAGA movement was assimilated into the GOP and hijacked by Zionist Jews. Okay. Hard disagree. Now, Taco emoji heart.
Are they just repeating themselves?
A little bit. There's a little bit of this thing going on here. Ro Khanna. See, this is what I would expect. I would expect to hear this from Ro Khanna. That's why we didn't fill this with leftists. I would expect this kind of thing. Here's then. We need to invoke the 25th Amendment and remove Trump. Threatening war crimes is a blatant violation of our Constitution and the Geneva Convention versus now Trump back down. Call to activism. Then J.D. Vance doubles down on Trump's Truth Social post threatening a whole civilization will die tonight and even implies Trump might use nuclear weapons. This is a dark day in American history. Trump needs to be removed. Now, just over an hour before his own Iran deadline, Trump chickens out and suspends the bombing and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks. He creates the crisis, then scrambles for a rescue. Taco Trump! One of my favorites to hate, Jackson Hinkle. Then, this is going to backfire in unthinkable ways. Save this tweet and watch.
He's a homo.
Probably. Versus now. The United States is a paper tiger. Save this tweet and watch. No, he didn't say it the second time, did he? Owen Jones. Then, Donald Trump is clearly threatening to use nuclear weapons against Iran. He needs to be removed as president to prevent a catastrophe that our species will never recover from. Very dramatic now. Donald Trump has backed down from his threat to commit genocide against Iran. He almost sounds disappointed. Listen, there's no winning with this people. This is the only thing that would have prevented them yelling, "Taco!"
You notice the woman's still hanging on because she's tough.
That's right.
I'm telling you.
The man's the main character. Don't get me started on Terminator 2. It is a national treasure, and it was long, but it makes the point.
Let me sum that all up for you real quick.
Do it.
Trump yesterday morning was a genocidal lunatic who was going to commit nuclear holocaust.
Right.
To
Which